I really thought I was gonna come here and have like something so planned, something so good, something so interesting for me to start this whole episode with. I don't. Guess what? I do not. I. How many months has it been? Who freaking knows how many months it's been? All I know is that everything has changed. Nothing is the same. Everything is just completely upside down, inside out, completely just. I don't even know how I'm here, to be honest. Sitting here, if y'all even understood, if y'all if y'all even understood how I even how I even ended up here. It's like miracles do happen. However, like also your whole life can just go. Be careful when you freaking tell the universe and everybody that like, hey, put in front of me what's meant for me and remove what is not, bitch. Anyways. Hi, hello, what's Gucci was popping? It's your girl Dréa. Welcome back to another episode of In My Heads. Jesus Christ, how the am I here? Turned 30, Saturn return started, everything was just like, bye. Oh, also, I'm in my year 9. If you don't know about personal year 9 or whatever, do you have different things going on in different years? Guess what? 9 is the last one, aka a lot of ending and a lot of like cleaning house before you start new cycles, and did not expect that. Literally on my birthday, wish my birthday was over a month ago. I recorded an episode for my 30th where I was like, hey, celebrating 30 because oh my god, I survived, and while I was fighting demons during my entire 20s, now I'm here and I'm happy and I'm excited because I guess I'm about to get everything that I want and more. I'm about to get to live the life that I want to live. All of that, bitch, everything. I almost became homeless. Like so close. And again, miracles do happen. And when you put some good out there, the good comes back and the good comes back. Yeah, I know I talk great. It came back and I'm really grateful that it came back because it got really close. Oh my god, it got close. You guys, so if you don't know, if it's your first time listening to this podcast, goddamn girl, why would you pick this episode? This is you're so behind. You have missed so much. However, if it's your first time, also like get in, girl, because I haven't been posting in months. I haven't posted all year. It's July now. I haven't posted all year because when I said not only was I enjoying my peace, I think that was the last episode that I posted, was that I was enjoying my peace. Everything else also really just like decided to change and go to shit. Not that it went to shit, because obviously everything went as it's supposed to happen, and I'm grateful for how things are going, and I'm grateful to be here and to be sitting and to even be able to like have a conversation with y'all, considering everything that's gone down, considering the fact that, as you guys know, I was in a relationship. I say was because guess not anymore, and not out of anything bad. It's the first time in my entire life, like, I know my life is a movie, and I'm realizing how it might be echoey here, guys. I'm sorry if it's echoey. I'm in a place where it's not as cozy and as close by as it was when I was in my old place. So it should be echoey, and we like it. It's fine. I'm grateful. I'm here. It's the first time in my life ever, and knowing my life is a movie, that's what I was talking about. I was saying how much my life is a movie. Dude, I never thought I would experience letting go of someone out of love. I never, ever, I thought that shit was so bullshit. Although I have done that before, literally previous to this relationship, I did let go of somebody out of love for myself, but also out of love for them, because I felt like staying close wasn't helping neither or. So I decided to pull the plug and skedaddle with my life. Wish this relationship, holy shit, best thing that Best thing that has ever happened to me, Jose, I know you're listening to this and I love you so much and I'm so grateful for you, and I can never repay this man for how much my life has changed and how much my life has changed for the better, because clearly at the time when we got together, I needed what he brought me. I needed softness, I needed understanding, I needed open communication, I needed emotional safety, I needed so many things that I needed for me to be able to grow and for me to be able to get out of the shackles of my own self, of my life, of past shit. And it is true that you can get into a beautiful relationship when you're not healed, because both of us were going through different things. Obviously, we're at different levels. We were at different levels spiritually, because me being on my journey for now 9 years, and at the time it had been like 7 years, and it was just the beginning for him. So like obviously we were at different levels, but that was never an issue per se. That was never an issue, because when you're with somebody who wants to grow with you, it's not really that hard. We never argued. We had disagreements, but even then, like the understanding that like the goal is for us to be together and for us to be happy and for us to understand each other so we can be the best version in life in general. Like that's truly what it was, and that's truly what I received, and that's truly what I had. And it was I mean, best relationship ever. Best relationship ever, my best relationship yet, and my happiest and my healthiest for sure, because obviously we all know what the hell I did in my 20s. I feel like I still need to do like a recap of my 20s, because this is gonna be, I'm 30 and I'm feral, because that's literally kind of low-key. Oh my god, my back is so sore. Why did I oh my god, I decided to stretch. Yo, my shit is fucked up. Oh my god. Yo, anyways, continuing. Wow, I got distracted by the pain that I feel in my body right now, but it's good pain because I've been back at the gym and I'm enjoying it. But yeah, doing the recap of my 20s, considering that I started my 20s in a crack house, I was deeply, it's sad how, you know, it's a rite of passage of wanting to be the hero and wanting to save somebody from themselves, while you're also actively not trying to save yourself from yourself. Because at the time, obviously, I ain't no crack girl, I ain't no cool girl, but like, did I have to, like, was I 19 and did I have to see like a pregnant woman do a line of coke in front of me, and then I had to just take it in? I had to just take it in and say nothing, because hey, I'm not trying to die, because hey, I'm also the only black person in the room. So like, only black person, 19-year-old, like not innocent girl, because obviously like I had already lived some shit by then, you know, but it was still a fucked up situation, and I was trying to save somebody out of love. I was trying to save somebody out of love. And I mean, clearly at the time it was my first relationship. It was so fucked up too, because like I needed something to get out of my house, because I just didn't feel good at my house at the point. Like I was depressed and I was not doing the best. So I decided to outsource my exit. Which, now that I'm thinking about it and now that I'm saying the words, I think that that's also exactly why I stopped the relationship that I was in, because I didn't want to continue the cycle. We will get there. We will get there. I needed an exit from my life at my family house, which was not fucking good at the time, because I was wilding and I was feeling misunderstood, and parents were doing the best that they could, but also like they were also rigid in their ways. So like it was just, and also like being the black sheep of the family and being the child that's trying to break out of like whatever system that is built in the home, like that shit is always gonna bring some hardships. You know, it's always you're breaking the status quo, you're breaking like how the system works, and so like obviously there's shit that's gonna come with that. So instead of being able to face myself at my house, because also I didn't have the emotional support to do that, I found an exit, and then I outsources the saving of somebody. And so, yeah, starting my 20s in a crack house was definitely a choice of mine because I didn't have to do all of that. I didn't have to feel. And it's also because, like, I grew up in a good home. I grew up in a good place. So I felt that, like, the love and the understanding and the care that I've grown to freaking learn to. And, oh my God, so many different layers to this shit. So many onions. But I thought that I could save people with my love, but it was also a way for me to make sure that I was getting love. Like, being needed was a way for me to also feel like I was getting the love. Wish, girl, that's not how that works. It don't work like that. But that's something that I had to learn. How did I get to talk about this shit? Man, talking about my relationship. So I was with and again, we all know about, like, I don't think that I spoke about that on my podcast about the cucumber. Have I? I've told the cucumber story so many times that at this point, man, I don't even know if I've spoken about it. But if I haven't, too bad, man. You guys are gonna get it another time. But, like, being with somebody that was clearly closeted and that was clearly, like, fighting their own demons in their own ways, and also fighting, like, being with an addict and all the shit that came with that, man. That's how I started my 20s. While I know other people were, like, living their best life and, like, getting their little jobs, and, like, you know, people were just having a regular life. And I feel like that's what my 20s was. I feel like I was just fighting my entire 20s to just fucking live a life that made sense to me, you know. But it was also fighting the many demons within me, which I'm so fucking proud that I took the time to do that in my 20s, to fight my demons, to get to a point where I've peeled all the layers and all the gunk off of myself. Like, I'm just straight soul, you know. There's no skin, there's no flesh, there's no bones, there's no nothing. Like, it's just straight soul. When you get to that point, when you really, like, dug through the shit, it's kind of hard to go back. It's kind of hard to ever see life any other ways. It's kind of hard to just ignore the obvious. And so my last relationship, which was the healthiest that I've ever had, it was very liberating to know that, like, I can be a fucking weirdo, my weirdo to the max, and, like, I can still be loved for that, you know. As silly as it sounds, you know, being the weird black girl has many layers of. Eventually you just have to hide yourself because it's just not safe out there to just be, you know. It's not safe to be the kind, to be the loving, to be the caring, but also being the smart. Like, I've had many conversations with, like, especially my childhood bestie Evelyn. Oh my God, I love you so much, my girl. I love that woman so much. But, like, we've lived a lot of fucking bullshit together because, like, we were two very smart girls that were also very outgoing, that were also very, say it how it is, we were cute girls, but we were also very fucking intelligent. And we had a fucking teacher that was major hater. Like, anybody else had is that another black sheep trope of just having, like, teachers, or, like, the chosen one trope of, like, having teachers just fuck with you, like, grown adults just shooketh by your presence and by your existence. Like, anyways, girl, it's one of those things that I've always been fighting. And I think that this relationship was so nice, and it was so healing, and it was so soft, and it got me back to myself. Which, getting back to myself, I didn't expect that it would also make me realize that shit, I can't be doing shit that I've done in the past. I can't be doing shit that I'm sure would be the right way to go. To not go into too many crazy details. Obviously in the last year, I've taken the last year. Good sentence. Obviously, I've taken the last year to dedicate myself to tattooing, to figuring my purpose, because, hey, y'all remember the Ikigai videos, y'all remember the figuring out my purpose and all that shit. Like, we found it, girl. Ding ding ding, we found it. And, like, being able to use my psychic abilities to help people, to be able to be a presence for people who want to do better with Almost a sentence of when you wanna talk. Almost a sentence when you wanna talk. I don't wanna talk, I don't wanna talk, I don't wanna talk. Okay. Tattooing's been nice. The people that I've tattooed so far, including myself, and seeing the things that have changed in their lives and seeing how they've already have been feeling and getting the magic from getting those symbols on themselves. Like, it truly is very fulfilling to do that. And I've dedicated the year to figure that out, which means that I have not been working, which means what I haven't been working a regular, I haven't been working. Okay. And my ex was kind enough to sacrifice himself to make sure that I could have everything that I needed to dedicate my time to doing that. And it got to the point where the end of our lease was here, and we were planning to move away to the city that I want to be in. And being a psychic and being so close to my gifts now, and being so close and understanding my abilities, and being so close to and being so in tune with myself, basically, when you get a message, you can't ignore it. And I knew that this big move was going to be great for me, because obviously I'm going to be able to move to a spot where I'll be able to just start tattooing from there, and then I'm going to make my coins, and it's going to be good, and I'm going to be great, and I ain't going to be no problem for me, However, I knew that my ex was doing things to please me, and as an ex people pleaser, I didn't want to be part of the people pleasing narrative that he was going through. I didn't want to be like, I knew there was a difficulty to get to this level of where I wanted to go, and where I wanted to go. But I knew that like his deep need to please me was like just took over everything. It took over like his anxieties and his fears, and like the knowing deep down in him that like this is not what he wanted to be doing, But me, psychic that I am, I knew all this shit, and with the conversations that we were having, I just knew. And I had to face the choice of either I continue manipulating somebody who loves me a lot, who I love a lot, either I continue but basically manipulating them, because like obviously with the conversation and with them wanting to please me, and then with everything that we were building, like I felt like it was manipulation on my end, because I knew how they truly felt, and I was still like trying to get them to go a certain way. That plus just not wanting the relationship to go, because I care a lot about that man. I care a lot about him, and having him part of my soul family is really important, and I didn't want to fuck up the relationship when it's really good. And I could see how being friends has a deeper purpose for us more than being lovers. And so yeah, bro, 2 weeks before I had to move, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks before I had to move, I ended the relationship. And that's with like I don't have the usual things that I can fall back on. So like, not only it was like me going through a devastating grief, because I have to grieve the life that I just spent the last 3 years building, because like guess what, it was also like right a week before our 3 years together, which we still celebrated. It was so fun. It was a celebration of our love and our friendship, and we had people celebrating with us, so it was a really good day. It was fun, it was great. And but it was still like he had somewhere to go, somewhere to be, a plan, and all that shit was good to go. However, for me, man, it was the end of me being with somebody to have an exit in a way, if that makes sense. And I don't even know if that makes sense, girl. I'm saying it, and I don't even know if that makes sense. And also on my birthday, girl. On my birthday, I decided to ask my angels, because as you know, I do ancestral work. And I was speaking with my ancestors, and I told them straight up, I was like, put in front of me what's meant for me and remove what is not. And then 10 days later, my relationship was done. Wish, fuck. So yeah, it's been a crazy. And also, like, you know, the whole quantum leaping, you guys, when we go back to my quantum leap episode, like all of that did actually come true. Like, I truly believe that I'm in a different reality and things are different here, and that I've reached the level, I've reached a place where everything does work out for me. And I don't think that I realized the depth of that, because obviously in my head I was like, yeah, I'm still like this level of like being in the reality where everything works out for me. I thought it was going to be including this person that I was with. I thought it was including like this person in my life is also like part of like everything working out for me. Like when I told you guys, I was so set and I was so sure. However, would it be a lie to say that there wasn't like a little voice within me that was like, something is afoot? And I didn't realize that it was my relationship ending, and it was going to be me landing in the place where I'm at today, which is not a bad place, because my studio is open, which me clap. My studio is open. If you're in the Ottawa Gatineau area, come get a piece. If you want to have a healing conversation, if you want to add more magic in your life, if you have questions regarding your spiritual journey, if you like abstract art, if you like pointillism, just go look at my shit. You know, it's on the screen, it's in the description, it's everywhere. Hey, audio people, even if you're not watching the video, guess what? It's in the description of what the fuck you're using to be able to listen to this. So go listen. And yeah guys, turning 30 has been fucking great, though. I do have to say, one thing that's been going great though is turning 30. I have to say, as somebody that was very, 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 very excited to turn 30, because holy fucking shit, my 20s were so hard. Holy shit. I died 1,000 times, came back to life, stronger every time. Holy fucking shit, my 20s were so hard, and I'm so happy it's behind me. Y'all, if you're in your 20s right now and the shit is fucking hard, girl, and you feel like everybody else is having the best time of the life, and you feel like everybody has it easy around you, you feel like you're the one that's going through trenches after trenches upon trenches, and that, you know, you're not this whole thing that like, oh my god, your 20s are going to be your best time of your life, they're going to be the best time, and then the best things are going to happen, and then it's going to be the best years of your life. Guess what? It wasn't for me. It truly wasn't. It was fucking dark. It was difficult. It got fucked up real quick. I almost died. Somebody tried to strangle me to death, and it was my first relationship ever. Like, do you know what the fuck that does to your psyche? That your first ever relationship as like a formed person, that fucking motherfucker tries to fucking kill you, bitch. I almost went to jail a few times. I ran away from the cops for a few times, bro. Like, there's a lot of fucking shit that happened in my 20s, man. And obviously a lot of it was my own. That's a great lesson of my 20s, is a lot of the shit that happens to you, a lot of it is due to your own choices. I made the choices to leave my family home when obviously I could face them. I could have had a conversation, however, kind of couldn't. And I have zero regrets with how everything lined up, because I'm here today. I'm sitting here. I'm me. The fact that I'm me today, the fact that I'm alive, the fact that I'm ew, girl, what the fuck? The fact that I'm alive, that I'm sane, I'm fucking smart, I'm intelligent, my ass is so fat, my coochie good, scrumptious and delicious and juicy. You know, like, I have a good heart. I'm kind, but I'm also a bitch if I have to be. Oh my God. One thing about my 20s that I've definitely enjoyed turning around is the pipeline of people pleaser to bitch. Ooh. The pipeline from people pleaser to bitch is delectable, because oh my God, people pleasers out there, we get fucking walked on so much because we allow it, because we think that by pleasing others, which the one thing that got me out of people pleasing is understanding how much of a manipulative things it is to people please, because you're doing everything for others to like you. Like, you'll put your needs and your wants aside to please other people, to make sure that they choose you, so you're not alone and you're not lonely, and so that you're liked. Which, bitch, guess what? That's manipulation. You're manipulating somebody into liking you. Do you want that? Is that something that you seek? I didn't seek that shit. And when I understood that, I was like, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want that for myself. I don't think I want that at all. I don't think that that's the type of person that I want to be in this world. I don't want to be that. And that's the shit that woke me the fuck up, is like, yeah, so, and then while unlearning all the people pleasing shit, guess what? Lost a lot of people. Fine. A lot of people saying that I changed, that I'm not as nice as I used to be. Guess what? I was nice, but y'all also abused the kindness. So at some point you gotta like turn down the dial just a little bit, and that's what I did. And fuck, my 20s were hard. Goddamn. And that's another thing. Like, I can never give a fuck about whatever anybody has to say about me, because they didn't have to fucking survive what I did. Didn't have to do what I did to be here today. They didn't have to die and come back to life 1,000 fucking times like I did. Like, didn't have to do none of that shit, but I did. Y'all, while people are keeping a mask on, while people are just walking around pretending to be people that they are not, or they're like faking it till they make it, which there's a fine line with faking it till you make it. You know, you can fake it. You can fake feeling good about yourself until like you eventually feel good about yourself. Like, that's an understandable one. But then like there's the fake it till you make it. And when there's like, hey, y'all know what the fuck the other side of faking it to make it is, that is bad. Okay, I'm not gonna go explain that shit. Although, girl, you're on a podcast and you're here to yap, babe. So like, no fucking shit. My 20s were hard, and it was a choice, because I didn't want to fucking live a mediocre life. Like, I did try to follow what society tells you to do. The whole go to school, find a job. Bro, that fucking shit sucks. Oh my God. Sometimes you got to do what others are doing to realize that that's just not for you, and leave people where they're at. And whoever wants to understand that can understand it, and people who don't want to understand it don't want to understand it. And another thing that I've had to realize with all this change is that when you're down bad, and when you're down bad for a long time, and it's part of other people's ecosystem, and you choose to do better, and you choose to change, and you choose to evolve, bitch, there's a lot of people that you would never expect. People that you would never expect, that they're just gonna show their true colors to you, and they're gonna just take their hands, put them in your mouth, spread your mouth open, shit in it, and then just walk away like it's all good. And then they come back and they're like, why does your mouth stink? And also, why are you pissed at me? I don't get it. And it's like, nigga, you just took a shit in my mouth. And that is the representation of what it is to heal and to do better for yourself, when some people benefited from you being down bad. And that's a hard one to fucking swallow. It's a hard one to take in, because also, like, something that happened with the end of this relationship is that because I'm not pissing, shitting, crying, panicking, and like, because I'm staying positive, I'm keeping my head high, and like I'm staying strong in what I'm doing, like, you will not get the same level of emotional support that you think you should get from certain people. You know, I had to face the fact that a relationship that I was ready to do forever, like I was ready to do the work, I was ready to grow, I was ready to, like, we were building, and like the foundation was delectable, great foundation. However, there were clearly still some cracks, and on both sides, and it's okay to want more. And it's okay to want more, and it's okay to want different. It's okay to look at somebody and say, shit, I think this might be it, girl, boy, thing. It's okay to look at somebody. It's okay to have planned something. And you know what? I pondered on that shit. I asked for signs from my angels. I did everything that I needed to do to get to the answer that I did. But you know what's the one thing that will always get you right? A do it or don't do it list. A do it, don't do it. A pros and cons list will always fucking hit you very nicely, because at some point you just get there. At some point it's just what it is, and that's what it was. And like, yeah, okay. In my don't do it list, it was like, there's a chance you might be homeless, because like, obviously he was taking care of you. And the don't do it is that like, there are so many good things, there are so many great things, and like so many shit that like people could only fucking dream and fathom to have in their relationship. And it's like, in my do it list though, there was so much. And like, if your do it list is heavier and longer and bigger than your don't do it list, then guess what? You just gotta fucking do it, because at that point you're aware of it. And like, it's okay to like make some choices when you're unaware of things, but when you're aware of things, that's when karma hits you real fucking good. And guess what? I was too aware of the fact that somebody was doing something to please me, but it's not something that was good for them or that was going to be beneficial for them in the long run. There was a chance that I could be homeless. However, I've trust that I've planted seeds that like me and my angels are good. And like, I know that there's just simply no fucking way that throughout the years when I was feeling like shit, when I was treating myself like shit, and I was just doing shit things were working out for me. You're gonna tell me that now that I've done the work, that I've healed myself, that I'm ready to just fucking live, that I'm ready to do, that I'm ready to embark on the journey of life as a woman? Yeah, you know, now that I'm ready to do all this shit, you're telling me that the universe is like, even logically, bro, because that's the thing, a lot of people are trying to throw logic at me. Bitch, I'm a fucking special being of this earth. I'm a witch, I'm a mystic, I'm a whatever the fuck you want to call me, but that's what I am. Do you think that I'm meant to live a normal fucking life? And that's something that I've had to tell my family, my parents. It's like, do you know how unique I am? You know the type of life that I live, and you expect me to just do what everybody else is doing, and you think it's gonna work for me? I tried that shit, it didn't work. And I didn't realize the amplitude of that statement, because it also apparently has to do with relationship. I don't actually want nor need what most people want and need, and that's cool as well. And that's why I had to like face some shit. You know, I had to face some shit for real. And you're telling me that this act of love, because it's overall, to the core, to the center of it all, it's love. It's love for myself. It's love for another person. It's love for the greater good. It's love for everything. You know, that's why I fucking did it. And logically speaking, only good things can come out from that. You can't tell me that after all these years of doing the work and all, because that's the thing, like, I think I've reached the level. I think I've done all, obviously Healing is forever. There will be challenges. Things will happen. Blah, 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 the fuck. I know all of that. However, I do think that at some point you gotta stop healing and you just gotta live. And I've been wanting to do that, and I've been ready to do that. And I think that openly saying that to the universe, openly speaking that into my life, that I'm ready, that I want to reach the levels that I know I'm meant for, to say, to openly express the depth of how ready and how much I want this, how much I want this life that I know I'm building, that I know I'm meant for, to become the person who has the life that I want. Like, I am so dedicated to this shit. I'm so focused on that it's normal that things are gonna change. And I think I just didn't expect this change. And I think that's another thing that really fucked me up, is that, like, I'm always 15 steps ahead. Your girl is always 15 steps ahead. And for once, I told my ancestors, I was like, I'm letting y'all do that, because it's exhausting as shit, y'all. Having to always be prepared for every and all situation, like, that shit is exhausting as fuck. And like, and also, like, it also stems from like a need of control, and the need of control stems from the trauma that I went through. You know, we have the CSA video. If you have questions, that shit is in there. Like, that there's, and not just that, like, ending my 20s, looking back and seeing how that one situation in my life, which is a situation that touched many lol, okay, I'm sorry I'm sorry it's fucked up how one thing that happens in your childhood, that happened on multiple occasions, however you want to see it, like, how it can shape just everything. And obviously I knew that, but with doing the work and digging and realizing that, this one event is truly the root of everything that's fucked up in my life. It's truly the root of everything that is going bad within myself. It's the root of every negative shit that I can feel about myself is due to this one fucking thing. Crazy. It's like it's like swimming in darkness for so long, and then you find a light, and then you swim towards it, and then you swim towards it, and then you swim towards it, and then it leads you to a room where there's just a big ball of orange in the center, and then that's just the root of everything that's led you to this fucking path of even being that deep into the waters, you know? And to be able to look at it and to dissect it and to embrace it, because I think that's also something I need to do. I needed to embrace that fuckery, man. The one thing for my 30s that I have to say, everything leading up to my 30s, is that everything brings you back to you in the end. Like, everything should bring you back to you, I should say, in the sense that every interaction, every negative, like, whether it's good or bad, every people that you connect with, whether good or bad, everything is to lead you back to you and lead you back to who you were always meant to be, and who you've hidden, who you've pretended didn't exist, who you've covered, you know, like, it all leads you back to you. And you should definitely keep people who make you feel the most you around. And not gonna lie, that at first that can be scary and that can be daunting, because some people are gonna bring out in you what at first feels like the child, but then under all that layer, it's like the power of yourself, you know. It's like people are gonna bring out, the right people will reflect exactly who you are at the core. And at first it can be scary because you're not used to be seeing that person again, one, but also it's like it requires you to realize that you've been living a life of lie, which is something that also very freaking was hard to do. And then not only that, after that, you have to just do the work, because once you're aware, there's no looking back. Once you're aware, you just have to do the work. You don't have to do the work. Actually, no, you do, because because then, you know, there's Mercury retrograde, which we're currently in one, and holy fucking shit. Nothing to say about this one, but every Mercury retrograde, like, the cycle will come back, because that's the thing with Mercury retrograde specifically, is that when there's a cycle in your life that absolutely needs to be dealt with, vibes. When you got one of those cycles or multiple cycles that absolutely needs to be dealt with, it will keep coming back harder and harder every single time. And this time around, when it came hard, and it was really impossible to ignore. It truly was. It truly was, like, the shadow period leading up to it, especially because, and that's the thing, like, when shit really needs to be fucking dealt with, like, that shit happens during the shadow phases, which is 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after the Mercury retrograde. And bitch, god damn, I got hit so fucking hard, and there was just no ignoring it. There's just no ignoring it. And was I fucking scared? Yes. Did I cry and shit piss a lot? Oh my god, a lot. Did I do it in the comfort of my home on my own, though? Yeah, well, with my person, obviously, with my ex, you know, we healed together, and it was great. And I'm grateful that I have friends that showed up in the craziest way for me, you know. Specifically, my friend that's helping me right now to be in this place, to be able to live, to have a roof over my head, and to be okay, and to be happy and good. Like, I don't think I can ever express how much I'm grateful for this person, and how, like, sometimes you send a lot of love, and you give a lot to one person, and you think it truly goes nowhere, just for one day for it to really hit in your face, to be like, girl, it did go somewhere, and it did go somewhere right. It did go somewhere right. And, you know, when you do a lot of good, obviously I never do good to expect it to come back in my face, or to come back to me, like, expeditiously. Like, when I do something out of love, it's out of love. When I do something out of caring, it's out of caring. Like, I will never do something for you just to later say, hey, remember when I did that for you? I kind of need this now. Like, I will never be that kind of bitch. That will never be me. So it's nice to actually see and experience that when you do good things do happen. Good things do happen for you when you need it the most. And oh my god, did I need a roof over my head the fucking most. Holy fucking goddamn shit. And here I am, blessed as fuck. And I'm truly blessed to have felt a love like that. And I'm truly grateful that the bar was raised really freaking high with this one. Because it's not even that this relationship ended out of, like, hatred, out of, like, disliking, nothing. That relationship, it ended out of fucking pure ass fucking love. And this is a lot of fucking that I said in a sentence, and that's okay. You know, I can't be perfect everywhere, you know. Although a lot of people think that I am, and when I fuck up, I gotta eat that shit in the face so hard. Girl, when people expect a lot from you just to run a lot hey yo, I'm not even gonna continue. I'm just saying that, like, being the responsible, independent, always got it together, and then when you make one choice, or choices that make it seem like shit is down bad, and then it's, girl, I'm not even gonna continue. I'm not even gonna keep that in, to be honest. So yeah, 30's been great. You know, I say after 40 something minutes of me explaining how my whole life just upside down changed completely changed. I already love 30 though. Something interesting about 30, which, why did nobody tell me? Although I know I'm saying this now, and I know somebody did tell me how feral you turn when you're 30 as a woman. And I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it for the longest time. You know, they say, just watch out ovulating in your 30s. ovulating in your 30s is crazy. And I was like, what do you mean? They all say that it's your 20s. They all say that in your 20s, like, the ladies are crazy and we go crazy. And, like, I did go crazy. So I was like, so what do you mean? But what they don't tell you, ladies, and I will tell you today, if you're a freak, it just gets worse with age. And nobody told me that. Nobody informed me of that. They don't tell you that the ladies is what goes up and the man is what goes down with age. Like, and if you got a good one, that shit stays forever. However, yeah, turning 30 and having like, I've had a few cycles already in my 30s, you know, very few cycles. And something is in the air. I don't know what it is. I turn into an animal, like, just like, just like feral. Literally clutching my purse, clutching my pearl necklace, clutching myself, because, and then also clutching myself while also like chaining me to a pole, because I'm just chillax. That's something they didn't tell you, and that's something that I'm having to experience now. And then considering that I dabble in celibacy. I dabble in staying celibate because I did it in my 20s, and I did it like twice for almost 2 years each rounds. Celibacy is great. Highly recommend. It's going to be a challenge in my 30s. I'm realizing it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge, and that's okay. You know, we all go through that. Actually, will it be a challenge? Well, it will be a challenge because the standards are so high. The standards are like so high. So yeah, shit's gonna be difficult now. Because I'm just gonna be like a rabid, feral animal who's like seeing food for the first time in months. You don't know if you want to believe it, and then you get closer and you're like, oh shit, that's food. I want to eat that shit right now. I want to eat that shit today. I want to eat it up. I want to gobble that shit up, and if I gotta kill somebody for that shit, I will do that. So that's kind of what it feels like. So that's what's changed. We still got quiz of the day, you guys. So the quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz. Quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz of the day is a quiz. Quiz. Wow, I really hit that shit. All right. Take a bada, take a bada, take a bada, take a bada, baby. Take a bada, shake a bada, hit a bada, shake a bada, baby. Okay, so because I'm 30 and because I'm clearly aging like wine, I'm getting finer and 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 finer. Getting finer with age, getting funner with age, getting funner with age. Okay, so I want to know, it's a wine personality quiz. I guess it tells you what kind of wine you are. I don't know, girl. Your ex texts you asking if they can see you. What's your initial reaction? Considering I'm freshly with an ex now and he's the best thing ever, we'll see what the answer. I will set up a neutral meeting ground and give them 30 minutes. I'm a little uncomfortable. Please don't text me. I hope they're okay. Let's see where it goes. This is hilarious. I'm showing everyone. I hope they're okay. You know, because I care about him. He's good. You're at a wedding and your mom summons you to the dance floor where she's the only one there and everyone is watching. How do you proceed? Run to the band and request a song you like, then cut a rug with your mom. Cautiously approach the dance floor, making it clear you are mortified. Go out there and dance with your mom. Bring a cousin or sibling with you to create a group. You may not want to go up, but you love your mom and can't leave her hanging. Go up for one dance with her, then make a motion to the onlookers to get up. Nah, bitch. I feel like I would bring my sister with me because if my mom wants to dance, we're gonna dance. I don't bring my siblings, we're gonna do it. One of your friend is going through a breakup. How do you help them through that? Invite them over for some one-on-one time. Give them some good advice and suggest ways that they can help themselves to move on. Bring them baked goods and listen as they cry. Take them for a long drive where you don't know where you'll go. Suggest that they go out and get back out there. Then offer to accompany them. Okay. I would have done the going out because going out is fun. It's great. But the going back out there, that's not what I would do, okay? So I guess we could... I would probably bring them baked goods and listen as they cry because that's just what you do, right? Your friends... Because, like, take a long drive. Don't got a car, but that could be fun. But I will know where to go. So, you know, that's why you give them some good advice. It just... Like, I'm not... Dude, they're going through a difficult breakup. Clearly they want to cry, you know, the big goods. Your friends and family throw a surprise party for your birthday. How do you react? I'm very grateful but hate to be the center of attention. I'm shocked, a little overwhelmed, but along for the ride. I'm excited to be here and happy someone has planned for a change. I'm emotional at the display of affection. I'm absolutely overjoyed to see everyone. This is going to be a blast. Okay, as somebody who got their first surprise this year, like first good surprise, because I had another surprise and bitch, we all know how that went. If I spoke about it and if I hadn't, then we gonna talk about it one day. It was a good surprise. However, it's my reaction that really fucked me up. It's the lack of excitement that I felt within me. And I was like, dude, am I fucking broken? Which we all know I'm a little broken inside, and that's okay. We work on that. We are healing it. But it was weird to have any kind of celebration. And I think that because like and I like to think that it's training me to get excited for surprise, because it was a good surprise. But I think that I've never really gotten surprises, or good ones, I should say, growing up. So that's why I'm not big on surprises. But anyways, so I'll say I'm shocked, a little overwhelmed, and along for the ride, because that's exactly what happened. You just got a big promotion. How do you want to celebrate? A quiet dinner with a good bottle of wine. My friends and I are going out to celebrate this weekend. Spend time with my family is the only celebration I need. I don't have plans to celebrate. I planned a nice dinner out. Okay. Go celebrate, bitch. We go celebrate. I'm sorry for the burp. Necessary. You must go to your brother's engagement party with 50 people you haven't seen since high school. While you will know a few members of the party, including your family, how do you expect the party to go? I ain't got no problem with anybody from high school. Would love to see them. I'm sure we're all different people, so I'm cool with that. I will be there right on time to greet my family and a lot of these old friends. I'll probably give a toast, and with the right encouragement, I'll lead the electric slide to get everyone dancing. But I do have an early day tomorrow, so I won't be closing out the venue. I'm so excited to see my brother happy getting married. I want to get there early and make sure everything is running smoothly and make sure nothing hinders this day for him. Probably what I would do. Generally, I would rather stay home and avoid those interactions. Not me. I cannot wait to catch up with some of these old connections. I heard that Jenny Gilmore is pregnant with Michael O'Brien. Okay, don't give a fuck. I don't know how long I stay. I'm seeing these people that pique my interest. Dude, it has nothing to do with those people. It's my brother's day, so I'm just gonna show up for my brother. Y'all are weird, bro. So yeah, I'm excited to see my brother happy and getting married. I want to get there early and make sure everything is running smoothly and make sure nothing hinders this day for him. If you have worked overtime all week, how do you want to spend your downtime this Saturday? I plan on staying in, enjoying a good book, or binging a TV show and cooking some stellar food. Yum. I will probably take a trip somewhere, a day trip to the water, or visit for a friend an hour away. Nothing planned is set in stone. I must see my friends. I am going to a new brunch spot, and later we have a big dinner planned. I will be home cooking and baking for friends and family. I enjoy spending my weekends around people that I love. I will get to the gym at least once this weekend. Beyond that, I will make dinner reservation and will check off all the errands on my to-do list. Okay. Worked overtime all week. That means Saturday. And it depends on the weather. Is it raining? If it's raining, I plan on staying in, enjoying a good book, and binging a show and cooking some stellar food. Facts. If it's a weekend and it's a cute weekend, I would probably take a little trip. But it's a lot of work. Downtime. At home. Enjoying my shit. Okay, getting a little tooted, a little zooted, a little gardening for the rad, and yeah. Do you like to post to social media? If so, what description below best describe your content? I post to the major platforms. My content is tasteful and where necessary professional. I post infrequently and don't have all the platform. My content is eccentric. I do not really like or use much social media. I post frequently, typically pictures of me and my friends while we are enjoying life. I post to major platform highlighting people I love and spend time with. To be honest, I've been posting infrequently. I've been posting infrequently these days, so I'm gonna have to put that. You're at a friend's house for a small group dinner when suddenly one of your friends starts to feel sick. They insist on staying despite showing symptom of a stomach bug. What do? Graciously keep your distance. You won't ask them to leave, but hope they do on their own. You kindly tell that person that they should leave so that no one else gets sick. Suggest that the rest of the group go out so that the sick person can go home and no one else gets sick. Check on them, leave and go elsewhere. I'll suggest that we go out. Like, obviously I'm gonna check on them. I don't think that it doesn't include that, but you know. You are forced to go out after work Friday with coworkers. How long do you stay? I could leave early without work Fridays with coworkers. Okay. So let me because the thing is, oh, hello. Okay, I didn't mean to move my camera like that. I'm so sorry, camera. The thing is, today, like when I have coworkers, like today, considering that I'm gonna have my studio eventually and I'm gonna be with the ladies, I think I'm gonna plan with that when they say like sorry guys, sorry to the audio people, I'm fixing my shit. So I'm gonna go off of like the ladies when we have the studio, and like those are my coworkers. Those are quote unquote coworkers. Okay. How long do you stay? I could leave early, be the last one out. It may depend on my mood. I will go out for a drink or two, but I'm going to duck out relatively early. I probably organize these drinks, so I will stay until the happy hours end, then head home to my life. I will stay until my friends decide to leave. Just want to make sure everyone gets home safely. What do you mean forced? Drinks, dinner. I am down to stay until whenever. I love these people. That's how it's gonna be with the ladies. Gonna be great. 2 of your coworkers are openly fighting in the office. One of them corners you by the coffee machine and begins telling you about their side of the argument. How do you react? State that you want no part of office drama. Bitch, do you not know who I am? I want part of it. Like, I want to hear it. And I'm not going to tell you go to HR. That's crazy. Listen and ask more questions. This is entertainment and you cannot wait to tell your friends about what you heard. Most likely me. Blink aggressively and say, well, good luck. After they said their piece. I say nothing at all. I just want to stay out of it. Ask them how they're doing and consider their feeling. Girl, this is a listen and ask more questions. This is entertainment and you cannot wait to tell your friends what you heard. So what am I? Extroverted. I'm AIX Rose. You are AIX Rose. Obviously, you're welcome to any party. You're probably the last to leave. Well, sometimes depends. As an extrovert, you're always looking for good company and good times. You know to never show up empty-handed. Facts. And AIX Rose is your social companion in every season. Even if the bars are all closed, you know how to put together something special, if only with a few friends. Spread your bright energy and don't forget to share the wine. I'm rosé. Your bitch loves a good rosé, that's for sure. I do love me some good rosé. Okay, this was fun and cute, you guys. Oh my god, 333 on my phone. Okay, well, you guys, this is a good way to end this episode. A big shout out to Jose. I know you're still listening, and I hope you're still listening, Jose, if you still are. And I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you. Truly, 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 you are one of the best thing that's happened to me in my life. becoming the woman that I am. I wouldn't have been able to do that without you. And I wish you nothing but the best. I'm excited to see you evolve, to see you win, to see you thrive, to see you accomplish your wildest dream. I'm excited to celebrate with you by my side because we're still soul family for life, bro. Soul family for life. And you guys, love is beautiful, and definitely when it starts with yourself first. Okay. And I think that I've gone to this level of love due to my high level of self-awareness. And self-awareness is the key to be a good person to yourself and others. Still got it. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you so much. Like, subscribe, everything. Come book a tattoo with me, please. I love you so much. Thank you. Bye.